Hey, good morning. My name is Jordan Wade, and I'm with California Interagency Incident Management Team 4, and I'll be giving you your operational update August 10th for the Coleman Creek and Second Flat fires. Let's start with the Coleman fire. Coleman fire sits at 308,000 acres and 89% containment today. As you can see from the fire standpoint, fire looks a little bit different today. We had 4 divisions in there. And we break up divisions based on supervision and how much personnel we have. So we've taken those 4 divisions and turned it and slimmed it down into 1. And that's because our operations are simplifying in here from a fire suppression standpoint. We flew IR on the infrared on the Coleman last night with our fixed wing aircraft, and no infrared heat showed up last night on the Coleman fire, which is really good news. So our control objectives remain the same, which is keep the fire within its current footprint, but our efforts from the firefighters on the ground will start to shift in more of a fire line rehabilitation and rehab effort. So we'll be talking a little bit about that today. Today, Highway 20, you'll still see fire apparatus and heavy equipment in the Highway 20 corridor just north of Jutura throughout the Highway 20 corridor. So be aware, you'll still see fire resources in there. One of our main efforts and focuses on rehab today, or fire line rehab, will be this Shumway Road. There's some interior dozer lines that we had put in, and we're trying to hold the fire on early stages of the fire that the fire crossed. And we've been looking at doing some fire line rehabilitation in there with assistance from our resource advisors, local resource advisors in the area. So Shumway Road will be a major effort on the Coleman. Out here on the east side of the fire, we'll be looking at some contingency line we had put in case the fire were to keep traveling to the east. We were putting lines in preparation for that. We did not have to use it as we were able to hold the fire line up in its current footprint. So we'll be looking at taking that and returning that to its natural state. Coming out here off of Riverside Road in China Creek, we also had some interior fire lines that were put in on the first day or 2 of the fire, trying to hold it up in this area, and we'll be looking at doing the same thing and doing some rehabilitation on those lines. Like I said, our control objectives remain the same, which is keep the fire in its footprint, and we'll be doing continuous patrols around the perimeter on the Coleman to successfully complete that. Moving over to the second flat, same thing, we did fly an infrared flight last night on the second flat fire. Did find a few scattered heats, but not a whole lot, and not any close to the line or threatening the line. So we'll look to validate those this morning with resources on the ground and suppressing any of those that need to be suppressed. And so moving, like the Coleman, our efforts are going to start moving more towards rehab on the second flat fire as well. And so those priorities are going to be returning Lone Pine Road with utilizing a grader. There's about 7 miles left on Lone Pine Road that will be grading. Out here off the Hines Logging Road and the 41 Road that runs out towards Bald Butte, we'll be doing some hazard tree felling on the interior of the fire. The fire burned throughout this region, kind of the northwest side of the fire, in high severity, so burned real hot and quick through here. So a lot of tree damage, so we're looking at taking out any hazard trees in the area that could impact the road system. And finally, on the southern end of the fire, we did put another contingency line in preparation for this fire moving to the south. We were able to stop the fire in its current footprint, and so we'll be looking at rehabilitating this dozer line / road system underneath the power line corridor and to return that back to its original state. And for the second fat fire, it's sitting at just over 105,000 acres and 88% containment.